Today I'm going to be tackling the fuel pump. So I'm going to be replacing the fuel pump with a quantum unit. I'm not affiliated with them, but it seemed for the cost of it, I think this was £80 in the UK. The BMW one I think is about 160, about twice as much. So that's today's project. Get the tank off. Plus I've got a few other things that I need to check as well, because the fuel light on this bike, when I rode it back home, which is over a year ago now, was blinking. I thought I was running out of fuel, which I wasn't, but the fuel light was blinking on and off as I rode around. So well, hopefully seeing what the problem with that is. So let me crack on. Let's get the tank off and get it to the bench. So we need to remove the two screws that's holding the seat on either side, which I've done. So that should pull off. Pull that down there. Then you've got two covers either side they need to remove, these things. And as you can see, they need to be removed. And then they've got the two screws either side for these like front balancers or side balancers. They need to come off, and then we can get access to the tank. It needs to put some sort of a bungee around the front wheel so it centralises the handlebars, but I like to have it so it just moves slightly. I've done this on a GS and did a similar thing and it works wonders. So let me get these bits off and then we'll get the tank off. Covers are off. There's these two bolts that's holding the tank on, but before we do those we need to disconnect the fuel pump and its low level switch, which is here for the tank. So that's just quickly, that just pulls out for that. This bike has been fitted with quick release fuel disconnectors. Now I've got some of the better type to fit on, which are the metal type. These ones, which I had on my GS, I had these on my GS, and they were prone to crack over time, and the leak here, just right here. I don't know if I can see it. There's an O-ring in here that passes in to go. So I'm going to change them out as well. So let me disconnect all these little bits, and then it's off for the tank. So the two bolts need to remove over here. Quickly get these done. Right, so first impressions. Obviously someone's been here before because we've got two different styles of connectors. Those are the better ones, the crimp ones in my eyes anyway. Yeah, so obviously these are originals. I wonder if those have been shortened or they've been replaced. That looks like original pipe, but I've got a sneaky feeling someone's been here before, like I did on that happened on my GS. So let me get this off and see what the problems are. I'm doing these by hand as well because they're only studs and I hate to snap them off with an electric gun or something like that, so if it gets tight I know there's something wrong. How does that come off? Okay, you can see I'm going to have to disconnect these. Obviously somebody's been in here before, pretty recently as well, because they aren't rusted or anything like that. There's also some sort of a sealant on here. Obviously paint's peeling off, but it's not too bad. The tank don't look too bad as well. Oh, what's something in there? I've just noticed. There's a plastic thing in there. What's that come off? Oh, it's come off the switch. It's come off the levels. Oh, that's what it is then. That's a baffle. Do you know? So that's come out of there. So that's why this fuel's being blipping on and off, because there's nothing to restrict it a bit. So that must be some sort of restrictor that, you know, so it doesn't bounce all the time. Yeah. Do you know? So let's have a look. Everything else looks okay. The tank looks fine. It's not coated in anything. I expect it. I see on some of the other American videos that come on focus that's normally red inside and then peels off. So, but yet again, it's red in here. So on the outside, unless that's the primer. The date on the actual fuel filter is 220720. So somebody's been in. Well, we're in 2024 now, so it's 4 years since the manufacturer. So, and all the pipes don't look swollen. So let me. Looks like I've got to disconnect these vent lines off of here, and let me get this out on the bench. Pump assembly's out. I've had a quick look at the hoses. The hoses all look good, including the ones that's immersed in the fuel. They're not ballooned out or anything like that. I've also fished out this like a baffle plate, and I think it definitely goes on here, but it clips onto there, and I think that's what this float goes up and down it's like a magnetic float. And I think what that's been doing as I've been riding the bike, and obviously it's that way up in your bike, it's been bouncing in and out and causing the light to flash on the dash. So without that, it gives it a bit more, how can I say, dampening. So yeah, so that's going to go on there, but I want to test the switch first before I do that. I'll bring the pump in that I ordered, which is this quantum pump. Now what I do like about the quantum gear is that you get everything that you need to do this job. Now in the UK, like I said, this is about 160 quid on its own. With a quantum kit you also get the actual replaceable pre-filter and a sleeve that must go like a anti-vibration sleeve, which I'm not sure if that fits in mine or not. Now the only thing I've seen different, it look identical, but there is one small problem I've seen. On this one there is a neck on it, which this then pushes up to, so that obviously it's a retaining neck, but let me have a look at that as we go along and make sure this does fit. Now it does say it is for this bike, so I'm going to go with that. I've had, like I say, a quick look. I've noticed also that that's broken as well. Look, I don't know if I did that getting out of the tank, but it's never been changed probably, and it's poor, to be honest with you. So it does need change, probably the original one that. And I'm going to replace in the fuel filter with another one, because pure and simple, if that's broken, it probably may have sucked a lot of stuff into that. So I'm just going to replace everything that I can that's serviceable, so it makes it a bit more reliable. So with that, let me continue with this, get everything stripped apart and get everything on. Doesn't appear to have any large chunks come out of it, so maybe cut it up and find out how good it was. Right, let's have a look at the pump. So I'm just going to do a quick comparison between the new pump and the old pump. So the old pump has got, actually, if you look at this, apologies for the cough, positive is a red wire, and I've got the brown wire as negative. And if you look careful as well, there's two different size lugs for it. Now that's so you can't get the wrong way, because also if you swap them round, the pump will run the wrong way because it's DC. And if you look on the camera, if it's coming out properly, there's a positive imprinted on there and a negative on there. So we'll just compare that to his new pump, and the same orientation as that. As you can see, you've got positive here, negative here, and again two different size studs, so M4, M5. So let's disconnect that now, so I know the pump's okay. As you can see, the actual lugs are different size, so you can't put that one wrong because it won't fit on. So that one definitely goes on there. So those are nipped up now. Don't go mad with them. There's a spring washer on them, so yeah, you don't have to go mad because you can easily shear these studs. I think they're a brass stud, so just be careful torquing them up. I don't know if you've seen on the, I split it up a bit for so to make it boring for you, but I've actually cut the sleeving that they give you with it up. I wasn't too happy, as you probably saw in the video. I just didn't want it to be too loose, but now that motor's fine. It's got its anti-vibration mount on it as well. So let's put the filter on and then crimp all these up with a tool that I've got. I've decided to go with the crimp style type hose clamps, because I think they're a bit big and bulky to go in the tank, so hopefully that'll make it a bit easier. I don't know about crimping that. Should be able to get it, but yeah. So let me finish these off and crimp them up. Check my tester. Yeah, that's working fine. I'll just put a lead on it to make it easy for me. So this switch, obviously the magnetic float that operates the reed switch in the actual stem of it. Now if we put our tester on, I'm shoving the float up, if I let go it stops. So it proves to me that the switch is okay and is grounding to earth as it should do. So that leads to believe that it isn't a switch problem. I think it could be this that was floating around in the bottom of the tank. So let me clean this face up of all this tackiness. I don't know what it is. It's some sort of a semi-rigid sealant or something. Whatever it did a good job, so it didn't leak. So I'll have to see what that is. It looks like Blue Island to me. I use this at work, so okay. Let's get it back in the tank. Apologies, I fitted this off camera, and Yes, I can see where you lose the plastic buffering off the level sensor or level switch is when you put this in. It's quite tight in the neck of the tank, and what can happen is on the side of the switch or the float, the body, it squeezes in, and what it does, it can pop the actual baffle out, and I think that's what's happened, and nobody's noticed it when they originally did the fuel filter. So just be aware, it is a bit of a faff because you've got to put the two vent lines back on, these two here, but persevere with it, you will get it. So I'm just going to put the ringer bolts on there, and then we're going to put the tank back on. Also, I forgot to mention I've changed the ends as well. When I put it on the bench, I thought it'd be easier than on the bike. I haven't crimped that one yet because I don't know which way orientation it needs to be. This is another bit of a contraption that I've made, and it does make life easier to maintain a BMW. Let me show you what it does and how it works. As you can see now, that's got no rock at all. And that little front standing I made. So it'll make it easier putting the tank on. Right, I guess before I put any more panels on, let's start her up, make sure there's no leaks or anything else. I did check under the tank, and I did put a new O-ring underneath the tank seal for the pump assembly, so you know, I didn't mention it, but I have done. Right, this is the first try of this bike, and it's first starting probably about 11 months, so it might be a bit of a coughing and spluttering to begin with, so let's see. Oh, it's a lot quieter, I don't know if you heard that. Right, here we go. I've got the low fuel light on, I'm going to need to check that as well. So let's go for a start. The garage door is open up behind me. Try again. think we've got low fuel. Let me stick some fuel in it. I'll just checking while doing that, make sure there's nothing coming out of vent tubes. Okay, let's try another go with this. Well, the fuel light's gone off for a start, that's a good sign. Right, here we go. She's trying. Let her idle a bit. Oh, maybe not. Try again. Take you off of there, I'm going to have to get out of here. Plus my missus is going to kick off on me, as you can probably see. Bit Smoky Joe in here. But, oh! That's coming out on camera, but it's ticking over. Good stuff. Just having a good check of the bike. Make sure I've got no leaks and everything seems to be tickety-boo. Yeah. Yeah, looks looking good. That's the bike all together in its glory. I hope you've enjoyed the video. I probably made some mistakes along the way. Please feel free to make some comments below. I do read them and I will respond if I get the chance. So I'll bring this video to an end, and celebration with a cup of tea as always. So until the next time, cheerio.